Yeah, hi guys. So today we'll practice quadratic equations. Okay, so I'll advise you just pause this video and attempt these questions and then look at the solutions. Okay, so look at this. The first question says that suppose that P and Q are the roots of the equation x square plus x minus 3 equal to 0. Find the value of pq minus 4q square plus 19. Look at similar funda यार we did in the class actually because देखो p and q are the roots of the equation तो x square plus x minus 3 equal to 0. So p is the root of the equation, that means x equal to p should satisfy this equation है ना. तो आप बोलोगे कि I can put x equal to p here and I'll be getting p square plus p minus 3 equal to 0. Similarly, x equal to q is the root of this equation. So also x equal to q should satisfy here, right? So what I can take, q square plus q minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So now we need to find the value of pq minus 4q square plus 19. ठीक है ना. देखो, it's like a funda of reducing power. So with that we already did in the class that just with the help of other equation we just need to reduce the powers here. Okay. तो रिड्यूस कैसे करोगे पावर देखो. सो बेसिकली p क्यूब है एंड 4q स्क्वायर है. तो व्हाट आई कैन डू, आई कैन राइट लाइक p इंटू पी स्क्वायर माइनस 4q स्क्वायर प्लस 19 and now I can reduce this p square to p power 1. How? By help of this equation, because this equation says that this equation says that p square will be equal to 3 minus p, and here q square will be equal to 3 minus q. I can simply replace with here. So p into 3 minus p minus 4 into q square I can replace with 3 minus q plus 19 है ना. तो सिमिलर सा इक्वेशन हो गया. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली we have reduced the powers right now. So if I just break it, it will be like 3p minus p square. Okay. And minus you can just solve this part. Minus 4 into 3 is minus 12 plus 4q plus 19 है ना. तो plus 4q plus 19, right. So again q and p I need to reduce the powers. Here p square is there. Again I can replace p square with 3 minus p. This will become p3p minus 3 minus p minus 12 plus 4q plus 19. अब देखो सॉल्व करने में क्या आएगा ये. दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 3p minus 3p plus p is 4p. तो 4p plus 4q, हाँ, minus 12 plus 19 is plus 7 minus 3 is plus 4. Okay, so what you got here? So you actually reduced the powers now, and now it is back to single power, right? So you got this equation right now. And what is p plus q? So basically p plus q is nothing but p plus q is equal to sum of roots of the equation. ठीक है. तो what is the sum of roots of the equation here? Sum of roots क्या होगा बताओ. So that is, if I look at the equation here, तो this equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we know that sum of roots of such equation is minus b by a. That is x is 1 here, that is minus 1 upon a is 1. That is minus 1 only. Okay. So minus 1. The sum of roots of this equation is minus 1. So I can simply put p plus q as sum of roots here. So this will become 4 into minus 1 plus 4. Okay. So in that case 0 would be the answer for this question. Okay. So this find the value of this pq minus 4q square plus 19. So 0 is the answer for this question. Yeah, all of you got this? Okay. So a question on reducing powers here. Okay. Chalo, look at question 2 guys. It says that x into 2y square, okay, plus x 4xy minus 3 is equal to 180 minus 3y and xy equal to 3. If xy and y are the roots of a quadratic equation, find the quadratic equation. तो ठीक है, like there are 4 options. आपको 4 options दिए होंगे. Need to find which is the quadratic equation. ठीक है. So directly solving it because we are just focusing on concept right now. Okay. तो what I can do in this part ना, तो basically I just need to put xy equal to 3. So I can just replace here xy equal to 3. So what I'll be getting is, so x I can multiply here. So I'll be getting 2xy square plus 4 and this xy will put as 3. So x will come. So 4 into x into 3 है ना. And now this will be again minus 3x is equal to 180 minus 3y. Again xy equal to 3 I can put here. So 2 into y into xy I can put this xy square and this xy will be 3. तो क्या हो जाएगा आपका, चलो 12x minus 3x okay is equal to 180 minus 3y. तो now 2 into y into 3 is 6y. तो 6y plus 3y becomes 9y है ना. तो this will like one term 9y here. Now what is x term? 12x minus 3x is 9x. So 9x plus 9y is equal to 180. So I can solve that. Therefore x plus y will be equal to 20. अब x plus y 20 है okay, and we have got xy is equal to 3. So I know that x and y are the roots of the equation. So we have studied this, right? So we have got sum of roots as x plus y is 20 and we have got product of roots as x into y is equal to 3. So you know that there is a quadratic equation with sum of roots and product of roots. How do we write this? So x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0. That's a quadratic equation with sum of roots and product of roots, right? है ना. So we can simply replace here. तो आप बोलोगे this is how we'll be getting here x square, ठीक है, minus s is basically 20. So 20 x okay. So x plus y is 20 okay, correct. So x square plus 20, right? No, any mistake we have done? No, all fine. Okay. So now x plus y is 20 and xy is 3. So x square minus 20x plus p. So p will be again that product will be 3 here. So x square minus 20x plus 3 equal to 0. That should be the answer. This is the quadratic equation here. Okay. So just remember that this is x square minus sx plus p is equal to 0 is the quadratic equation. क्यों होता है ऐसा? Why it happens? Because you remember that we had written ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, and it's like if x equal to alpha and beta satisfies this equation, so we write x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. If we solve it, we get x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0 है ना. This is x square minus alpha plus beta is sum of roots into x and alpha into beta is product of roots. That is, this is how it comes. Okay, so just remember this, right? Okay, chalo. Now let's go to third question now. Okay, so third question is basically how many integer roots does the quadratic equation x square plus 5x plus p square equal to 0 have for integral values of p. Okay, देखो integer root के लिए we don't have anything because ना we know that d is a perfect square, discriminant of a quadratic is a perfect square only when आपका when roots are rational. ठीक है, तो basically these things come from that formula ना यार, x equal to sorry, so x equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so basically this under root terms is a perfect square. Under root term is a perfect square, right? But अभी तो यहाँ पे क्या है कि roots are integer, so integer we cannot check, right, by this. So basically I need to go by this formula only. So what equation I have? No, so basically equation is x square plus 5x plus p square equal to 0. So for this I can write the formula here. That value of x will be how much? ये हो जाएगा आपका -5 प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट 25 माइनस 4p स्क्वायर ना, बिकॉज b स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac, तो 5 स्क्वायर इज 25 माइनस 4p स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई 2. Okay, now that's the this value of x. So what I need here, I need that root should be integer. That means this value of x should be an integer. Okay, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इंटीजर तो ठीक है, बट दिस अंडर रूट का टर्म शुड बी पॉजिटिव यार. ठीक है, इट कैनॉट बी नेगेटिव. तो यू नो दैट अंडर रूट का टर्म होना चाहिए पॉजिटिव, इट कैनॉट बी नेगेटिव, राइट. तो p विल हैव सर्टेन कंस्ट्रेंट हियर, तो यू कैन टेल दैट कि सर p कैन टेक 0 ऑब्वियसली, देन दिस विल बी 25. p कैन टेक 1. ओके, then if p can take 1, then p can take -1 also, because p square है ना, तो 1 का स्क्वायर इज 1, -1 का स्क्वायर इज 1. ओके, देन p कैन टेक +2 ऑल्सो. ओके, बिकॉज 4 into 2 square is equal to 16, and then p can take -2 also. ठीक है. Now can p take +3 and -3? So p cannot take +3 and -3 because अब क्या होगा ना, 25 minus 4 into 3 square will become 25 minus 36 is equal to -11. तो अंडर रूट पार्ट विल बिकम निगेटिव. दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ठीक है. सो दैट्स वाई आफ्टर दीज केसेस विल नॉट बी कंसिडरिंग that this is the funda, like p equal to 0, 1, -2 and +2 -2. This will be like we'll have the roots for sure. Okay, now we need to see that in which case the roots are integer. Okay, so basically this is for real roots. So obviously integers है तो real root तो होगा ही ना. Okay, but this is for real root, right? But now I need to check for integer roots here. If I check for integer roots ना, देखो integer roots पे क्या है. So basically if I check with p equal to 0, so if I put p equal to 0 here, then we'll have -5 plus minus under root 25 divided by 2. So -5 it becomes -5 plus minus root is that is equal to 5, right? ठीक है. तो ये 5 हो गया divided by 2. तो -5 -10 by 2 is -5. दो वैल्यू आ जाएगा ना यहाँ पे. So we'll have two values here. Okay. So those two values will be -5 plus 5 0. And then -5. So yes, both the roots are integer. So if I put p equal to 0, both the roots are integer. So basically I need to find how many integer roots are there. तो अब बोलोगे यहाँ पे there are two integer roots here. Okay, 0 and -5. Then I'll be checking at p equal to 1 or -1 what happens. So let's put p equal to +-1. This formula becomes -5 plus minus under root 4 into 1 is remained more, that is root 21 by 2. So obviously this cannot be integer, right? Because root 21 though it's not a perfect square, so it cannot be integer for sure. Okay, if I put +-1, then next I put p is equal to +-2. If I put p equal to +-2, तो -5 plus minus 2 का स्क्वायर है. ठीक है. So 4 into 2 square is basically 16, right? It becomes root 9. Then it is fine here because root 9 will be an integer, no? Okay. So -5 plus 3 minus 3 divided by 2. So -5 minus 3 by 2 is -8 by 2 -4, and -5 plus 3 -2 by 2 is -1. तो दो रूट यहाँ भी आया, -4 -1, right? So it's fine now here. If I put +2 and -2, I am getting 25 minus 2 square is 4 into 4 16. तो -5 plus minus 9 है ना. So once I am putting p equal to 2, I am getting -5 plus 3 is -2 by 2 is -1. ठीक है. And -5 -3 -8 by 2 -4. Correct. ठीक है. So these are the, I got basically 4 integral roots I got. ठीक है. So here I got, because 2 here we got and 2 here we got. So total we'll have 4 integral root, right? So that should be the answer for this question. ठीक है. So answer for this question will be 4. Okay, we have got 4 integral root, 2 here and 2 here. Okay, for p equal to +-2 and for p equal to this, right? Okay, so I hope all are clear with this. Let's move to next question now. देखो, question 4 says that if one root of the equation x square minus 3x plus 3k square minus 5k equal to 0 is double the other. ठीक है. So now one root is basically double the other. So we need to find the sum of all possible values of k. Okay. So now how do you approach this question? Okay. So see, in this question what we need to do, so I can assume, so let the roots be, so I can assume my roots to be a and 2a, because one root is the double of the other. Okay, if my roots are a and 2a, so now what is my sum of roots here? So I can say that, so I can have my sum of roots. So what is my sum of roots here? That will be equal to a plus 2a, that is 3a. And if I look here, the sum of roots in this quadratic equation, if it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, sum of roots is what? It is equal to minus b by a. So if you look at minus b by a here, it is b is equal to minus 3. That becomes minus of minus 3 upon 1, that is equal to plus 3. Therefore 3a is equal to 3. So I'm getting 3a is equal to 3. Therefore a will be equal to 1. So I got the value of a equal to 1. ठीक है, अब now what I'll do, I'll just simply put the value of a equal to 1, है ना. So once I put this here, a into this a equal to 1. So also first also we can find the product of roots I can find. Okay, so what is the product of roots here? Okay, पहले वो find कर लो, तो then we'll be getting more like more values will be getting. So what is product of roots हमें पता है, what is that? तो product of roots is equal to c by a, है ना, in quadratic equation. तो product of roots कितना होता है? It is c by a. What is c here? c is 3k square minus 5k upon 1. ये पूरा constant है, this is c here. Okay, and here my product of root is a into 2a, and now I'll put a equal to 1. So what I'll be getting here, 3k square minus 5k, and I'll putting a equal to 1. So 1 into 2 becomes 2, है ना. So 1 into 2 becomes 2, right? So now we got the value as 2 here. Okay, so it forms a quadratic. Now I can form 3k square minus 5k minus 2 is equal to 0. So 3k square minus 6k plus k minus 2 is 0. 3k I took common, so k minus 2 plus 1 I took common, so k minus 2 is equal to 0. So now k minus 2 I took as common into 3k plus 1 is equal to 0, right? So now I got k is equal to 2 or k is equal to minus 1 by 3. So they wanted to find the sum of all possible values of k, right? So sum of all possible values of k क्या हो जाएगा? 2 plus minus 1 by 3, that is equal to I think 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 should be the answer for this question. ठीक है, so you know we can solve this question here. Okay, now look at question 5. अब देखो question 5 क्या है? The maximum value of minus 4x square plus bx plus c, है ना. ये क्या है? तुम्हारा मैक्सिमम वैल्यू है. तो माइनस मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ minus 4x square plus bx plus c can be obtained at x equal to 2. Okay, if the product of the roots for this is 3, then what is the value of b plus c? देखो, so what I know in this question is, so basically if my equation is ax square plus b plus c, so I can see that here a is negative. So once a is negative, so if you remember, my graph will always be opening downward, and a parabola will be opening downward if a is negative, and if a is positive, quadratic graph is opening upward, right? So a negative है right now. So if a is negative, I know that the maximum of the quadratic equation, ये maximum है, maximum will occur at x equal to minus b by 2a, correct? तो आप बोलोगे that means maximum will occur at minus b by 2a, right? तो what is minus b? तो आपको पता है what they given, that maximum value can be obtained at x equal to 2. That means if what is maximum value? Minus b by 2a. What is minus b by 2a here? Minus b divided by 2 into a is minus 4 here. So maximum value is obtained at x equal to minus b by 2a. So minus b by 2a is given as 2 here. So this is equal to 2 ना, ठीक है. So I can solve it, right? Okay, so I'll be getting minus b upon minus 8 is equal to 2. Therefore b will be equal to 16. ठीक है. So what I'm supposed to find here? What is if the product of the roots for this is 3? So now product of roots is basically 3. Okay, what is the value of b plus c? तो product of roots 3 का क्या मतलब है ना? What is product of roots actually? So product of roots is equal to c by a. Okay, now what is c here? So you can observe that c is c only and a is minus 4. So c upon minus 4. Okay, and this is basically equal to what? Okay, c upon minus 4 है, right? And this is product of roots is basically 3 दिया हुआ है, तो इस 3 given. Therefore c will be equal to minus 12, correct? So what we need to find a value of b plus c. तो simple है ना यार, b plus c क्या हो जाएगा? 16 minus 12 is equal to 4. So 4 would be the answer for this question. ठीक है, that was question 5. Move to question 6 guys. It says that for how many positive integral value of p does the equation 2x square plus 19x plus p equal to 0 have rational roots? So this we know, right? So what I know that if it has to be it has rational root, no, that means d will be a perfect square. ठीक है, then the roots become rationally पढ़ा है हमने. ठीक है, d तुम्हारा यहाँ पे क्या होगा? So d is basically b square minus 4ac. तो 19 square b square minus 4ac, 4 into 2 into p should be a perfect square. Okay, it should be a perfect square. So let's say it is a perfect square here, right? So 19 square is basically what? It is 19 square minus 8p ना. तो बोलोगे 19 square is actually equal to 361. ठीक है, so 19 square is 361 minus 8p should be a perfect square. Okay. Now obviously if you observe that 8p is an even number and 361 is an odd number, so odd minus even will always be odd na yaar. 5 minus 2 is always 3, right? So odd minus even is odd. That means I'm searching for perfect square, but that perfect square should also be an odd number. So I'm searching for odd perfect squares. So what I'm searching? I'm searching for odd perfect squares here. Okay. So how many perfect squares are possible? So you can say that I am looking for odd perfect square. So this 19 square minus 8p, that means this 361 minus 8p can be equal to multiple, it can be equal to 1 also. ठीक है, it can be equal to 1 square. Okay, so in that case I'll be getting some values of p. Okay, then I can get also as 3 square because I'm looking for odd perfect square. Again I'll get some value of p. Then 5 square, then 7 square. ठीक है, till what point? Okay, till what point, right? So I'm supposed to find here for how many positive integral of p it has rational roots. So how many positive integral p? So obviously once we move here, no, for example, the value of p should be a positive integer. तो positive integer है, that means 361 is 19 square. तो p का वैल्यू ना 19 के आप पास नहीं आ जाए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल देखो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज, इफ आई सॉल्व दिस केस हियर 361 minus 8p is equal to 1, therefore 8p is 360. If 8p is 360, that means p will be equal to 45. आ जाएगा ना. Here also can solve for p. 361 minus 8p is equal to 9. ठीक है, so 8p is equal to 370. So आप बोलोगे 8p is equal to 352, right? ठीक है, तो what is the value of p now? तो you can simply cancel it out. Okay, तो ये कितना हो जाएगा आपका? 43. Correct. This is 43, I think, no? 40 into 8, 320. Just a minute here. 352. Actually 44. Usually 44, right? So I can just put here 44. Okay. तो p आपका 44 हो गया यार. ठीक है, so p is 44 right now. So similarly I can get all the values of p. यहाँ भी p is something I'll be getting. ठीक है, so I'll be getting value of p. So at what point I should stop when p is not a positive integer? So obviously 361 is 19 square. So basically I am fine till 17 square, that is equal to 289. 361 minus 8p is equal to 289. Therefore 8p is 72, therefore p equal to 9. Fine with this. But the moment it becomes 19 square, that means 361 minus 8p is 361, and here now p will be equal to 0. So that means, and after that p will become negative. तो अब इसके बाद का केस नहीं लोगे. That means this is the maximum possibility we have, right? So how many values p can get? So here for 1 square p will get 1 value. For 3 square p will get 1 value. For 5 square p will get 1 value. तो टोटल कितने वैल्यूज हो गए यार? So obviously first 9 odd numbers है, 1, 3, 5, 7 till 17. So first 9 odd numbers. So 9 should be the answer for this question. ठीक है, तो इसका क्वेश्चन हो गया, आंसर हो गया 9. I hope all of you got this. Okay, चलो move to question 7 now. Okay, so what they are saying in second question is कि if the roots of the quadratic equation has two consecutive roots k and k plus 1. ठीक है, तो consecutive roots है, that is k and k plus 1. Okay, तो such that both the roots are positive. Okay, if A is termed as the product of the roots and B the sum of the roots, if an additional condition is mentioned that A by 8 is more than B plus 9, if n is a set of whole numbers, how many values of n K cannot take? Fine. तो अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, गुड इनफ क्वेश्चन. देखो, सो व्हाट यू कैन डू हियर नाउ कि आई हैव रिटन हियर लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल इट सेज दैट कि a by 8 should be greater than b plus 9. Okay, now what is a here? A is the product of the roots. Okay, so product of the roots means my roots are k and k plus 1 and a is the product of the roots, so I can take a to be k into k plus 1 है ना, divided by 8 is greater than b plus 9. What is b? B sum of roots है. Sum of root means k plus 1. There are two roots here, k and k plus 1, right? So k plus 1 plus 9 हो जाएगा, right? So how much I'm getting here? K is square plus k is greater than, you can just solve 2k plus 10, 8 multiply कर दो, that is 16k plus 80. ठीक है, so k is square minus 15k is greater than 80. देखो, so at this moment ना you can think of factorizing it, right? देखो, factorize करना it won't be useful here. Okay, कि भाई सर quadratic solve कर दिए. एक तो देखो factorize हो भी नहीं रहा है, it's not getting factorized, right? If I write this equation x square minus 15k minus 80 is more than 0, 80 you cannot break and factorize by middle term splitting, नहीं हो पाएगा ना. 80 10 into 8 16 into 5, ठीक है, so it won't happen, right? Okay, 20 into 4 तो 15 नहीं आएगा. सेकेंड पॉइंट क्या है कि आई नीड डी फ्रॉम ऑल दी होल नंबर्स व्हाट वैल्यूज के कैन नॉट टेक. तो ये तो इजी दिख जाएगा ना, व्हाट वैल्यूज के कैन नॉट टेक. आई कैन सी फ्रॉम हियर ओनली हियर. तो अब बोलोगे कि ऑब्वियसली आई वांट, देयर आर टू कॉन्सेक्यूटिव रूट्स हियर, ठीक है, एंड बोथ रूट्स आर बेसिकली पॉजिटिव. तो इफ इट इज पॉजिटिव, तो यू कैन ऑब्जर्व दैट इफ आई लुक एट ऑल दी होल नंबर्स, तो ऑब्वियसली k cannot take 0 and 1 and like that, those numbers, right? So obviously k cannot take 0, 0 minus 0 is more 0. If k takes 0, 0 is more than 80, not possible, right? Can k take 1? So if k will take 1, 1 minus 15 is minus 14, again it is not more than 80, not possible. Can k take 2? So obviously k cannot take 2. 2 square minus 30 is basically minus 26 is more than 80, it's not possible. So these are the values not possible, right? Okay, till what point I'll be going here? Okay, so point is basically I need to find it's around 15k here and is more than 80. So I'm lagging far behind right now because at k equal to 2 number becomes minus 26, correct ना? ठीक है, तो थोड़ा increase करना पड़ेगा k की value. So let's move till k equal to 10 पे क्या हो रहा है. If I look at k 10, so if I move like this and look at k 10, so 10 square minus 150 is still minus 50 is more than 80. ठीक है, that means k को you cannot take further, मतलब k को you cannot satisfy this after this कि ये 80 से बड़ा हो जाए, right? Now if you look here, so basically let's try to put k equal to 20 also. If I put k equal to 20, तो मुझे मिलेगा 20 square minus 15k. So if you observe, no, so 20 is square minus 15 into 20, that is 400 minus 300 is equal to 100, which is more than 80. ठीक है, तो 80 से तो फर्स्ट टाइम कब आया k, so not first time, so I got k equal to 20 पे for sure I know that this value is getting satisfied for k equal to 20. ठीक है, but right ना, हाँ, but now I need to see कि k equal to 20 satisfies this condition. So till what point it doesn't satisfy? Just k equal to 19 satisfied. So if I put k 19, no, I'll be getting 19 square minus 15 into 19. So 19 square minus 15 into 19. So 19 square is 361 minus 15 into 19 is 285. That becomes 76. 76 is not less than 80. So I'm searching more than 80, right? So I'm searching more than 80 here. Okay, that means in that case, this is also not. So basically till 19 it is not possible here. So basically what I got, k equal to 0 pay it is not possible, k equal to 1 pay it is not possible, and not possible, not possible. K equal to 2 pay it is not possible, and we move on like this, right? Till k is equal to 19, it is not possible. From k equal to 20, ये first time start हो गया. So guess if k equal to 20 onwards, right? So how many values k cannot take? So k cannot take values from 0 to 19. So total 20 values ना. So 20 would be the answer that k cannot take, right? मतलब 0 to 19 20 values हो जाएगा. ठीक है? That's the funda behind such question here. Okay. Yeah guys, so let's look at this 8th question now. Okay, this question says that the roots of the equation 2y square plus 6ay plus 9a is equal to 0, okay, are rational and a is a non-negative integer. Okay, so what we need to find the sum of all values that a can take here. Okay, so basically what we can think here is, so the roots are rational. So basically I know that when roots are rational, that means discriminant of a quadratic equation must be a perfect square. Okay, so discriminant of a quadratic equation must be a perfect square, right? For roots to be rational, because once we did that last example, no, so in that example we saw that, right? Basically it's a formula for I think question number 3. We saw here that this is the formula for x and this is the value of discriminant, है ना? This is the discriminant here. Okay, तो ये आपका discriminant है and this has to be, now rational means it should be free of roots. So when it will become free of roots? When under root will be a perfect square, है ना? The same thing I'll apply here. So I know that d is a perfect square. In that case my roots are rational. ठीक है? So if d is a perfect square, in that case my roots are rational. So let's calculate d here. तो देखो d क्या हो जाएगा? d will be equal to b square minus 4ac, right? So then d will be equal to b square is basically 6a square, because if I compare this with main equation, it's like ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This equation in terms of y here, so I'll be saying a will be equal to 2, b will be equal to 6a and c will be equal to 9a, है ना? So we can simply put here guys, so d will be equal to what? D will be equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, so b square becomes 6a का square is 36a square minus 4ac. What is 4ac? 4 into a into c. So that means this will be a, right? So 4 into a into c. So a is here 2 and c is here 9a. Okay, that becomes 36a square minus 72a. So d is equal to 36a square minus 72a. I can also take 36 common. It becomes a square minus 2a. So obviously I want d to be a perfect square. That means this whole term should be a perfect square. Now when it is a perfect square, that basically means we are sure that now obviously 36 is already a perfect square. It is 6 square. So 36 के साथ कोई issue नहीं है. It's already a perfect square. So a square minus 2a should be again a perfect square. So a square minus 2a should be a perfect square, right? Okay. So if a square minus 2a should be a perfect square, so what I need here, that the roots are rational and a is a non-negative integer. So basically I know that a square minus 2a is a perfect square. I'll just put an equation here, a square minus 2a is equal to a perfect square. Let's say it is some k, and it's a perfect square k, right? So obviously if I want to solve it, no, so I need to bring this into a form of perfect square here. So you can observe that if I add 1 both side, and what I will do guys, if I add 1 both sides, so k plus 1 कर दें. If I add 1 both side, so in that case I can write, because this will become a minus 1 का whole square, है ना, and that is equal to k plus 1. So basically what I'm trying to observe right now, you can see that now a square minus 2a equal to k, and I know that a square minus 2a is a perfect square. That means k is a perfect square for sure, right? So k is a perfect square for sure, and a minus 1 का whole square is also a perfect square. That means k plus 1 is also a perfect square for sure. ठीक है? So that means now understand this. So what I'm getting is k is also a perfect square and k plus 1 is also a perfect square. Now when it is possible, so if you make a list of perfect square, 0 is a perfect square, 0 square is 0, 1 is a perfect square, 2 square, 4 is a perfect square, okay, 3 square 9 is a perfect square, 4 square 16 is a perfect square. चलता जाएगा ये list, right? Okay, this list goes on. तो observe that कि k भी perfect square है. So k is also a perfect square and k plus 1 is also perfect square. That means two consecutive numbers are perfect square. If two consecutive numbers are perfect square, that can only happen at 0 and 1, है ना? तो 0 and 1 पे होगा. That means obviously that means k is a perfect square, k plus 1 is a perfect square. That means this will only happen here. That means for sure k will be equal to 0. So what I can write here, once k equal to 0, so I'll put here k 0. So I'll be getting a minus 1 ka whole square is equal to 0 plus 1, that is equal to 1. Once a minus whole square is equal to 1, so I can have a minus 1 will be equal to plus minus 1. That means a minus 1 will be equal to 1, and second case will be a minus 1 equal to minus 1. So a will be equal to 2 and a will be equal to 0. So you got two values of a equal to 2, a equal to 0. We needed sum of all the possible values a can take. So 2 plus 0 equal to 2 is the answer for this question. Okay. So I hope all of you got this here. Okay, this is how you should approach such question. Okay. Chalo, next question, guys. So look at 9th question, guys. This question says that which of the following is a root of the equation x raised to 4 minus 30x square plus 12x plus 8 equal to 0 if one root is 3 plus root 5. Okay. Now I'll discuss some concept here. Okay, behind this question. First of all, the options will be like this here. So minus 3 plus minus root 5. It's an option based question. Option should be given. Minus 3 plus minus root 6 because it says which of the following. है ना? So option C is minus 3 plus minus root 7 and option D is minus 3 plus minus root 8. Right. So first of all, concept behind these kind of questions is, okay, I do understand any polynomial, ठीक है, in any polynomial, be it quadratic, be it degree 4, ठीक है, or any polynomial with higher degree, the irrational roots always are conjugate. Irrational roots are always conjugate. Okay. So always conjugate का मतलब क्या है? That means we discussed that conjugate part, right? Because if I say any equation has or any quadratic equation has got irrational root or any degree 4 equation like that has got irrational root of a plus root b. है ना? Not complex, right? Not imaginary. I'm saying irrational root. That means irrational root it contains fractional power like root b, cube root, those kind of equations. Okay. Then the other equation, then the other root has to be a minus root b. So these two will always be conjugate in nature, right? The condition is that quadratic or that higher degree equation should have rational coefficients. Okay. तो रैशनल कोइफिशिएंट्स का मतलब क्या है कि ऑल दिस थिंग शुड बी रैशनल हियर. जैसे यहाँ पे 30 है, यहाँ पे 12 है, यहाँ पे 8 है, here we have coefficient 1, right? So all these are rational numbers, right? So all these are rational numbers. So if one root is irrational, then other root has to be its conjugate. Other root has to be conjugate. Why? Because there's a simple reason. See, because if there is a rational number, no, so if I am I can understand this by a simple quadratic equation. ठीक है, तो मान लो मेरे पास कोई क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है, राइट? सो माय क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन इज लेट्स से एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी इज इक्वल टू 0 एंड इफ आई से माय वन रूट इज 3 प्लस रूट 7, राइट? तो माय अदर रूट हैज टू बी 3 माइनस रूट 7 बिकॉज आई एम सेइंग दैट दिस क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन हैज रैशनल कोएफिशिएंट. तो अगर मैं दो रूट का सम करूंगा, इफ आई मेक सम ऑफ टू रूट्स, राइट? तो व्हाट शुड बी सम ऑफ टू रूट्स नाउ? तो ऑब्वियसली सम ऑफ मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि यहाँ पे रैशनल कोएफिशिएंट होगा ना. सो आई एम सेइंग रैशनल कोएफिशिएंट इज हियर. दैट मींस बी इज अ रैशनल नंबर. बी इज व्हाट? बी इज सम ऑफ रूट्स, है ना? व्हाट इज सम ऑफ रूट्स हियर? माइनस बी बाई ए. तो b इज अ रैशनल नंबर, a इज अ रैशनल नंबर, सो माइनस b बाई a शुड बी अ रैशनल नंबर. ठीक है. सो ऑब्वियसली इफ आई मेक सम ऑफ रूट्स, तो 3 प्लस रूट 7 should cancel with 3 minus root 7. Okay, and this should give you sum of roots as 6, right? So obviously this root should cancel while taking sum and while taking product also. Like for example, we have the product of roots here is equal to c by a, है ना? Product of roots होता है, right? Again c is a rational. I'm saying that quadratic has a rational coefficient, so c is a rational number, a is a rational number, right? तो c by a should be rational. तो what I should multiply, तो एक रूट अगर 3 प्लस रूट 7 दिया हुआ है ना? So one root is already given 3 minus root 7. So whatever value I put here, right, it has to be 3 minus root 7. Then only the sum will become rational number and the product also will become rational number, because a plus b into a minus b, 3 is square minus 7, this will be 2. So product should be a rational number, sum should be a rational number, sum of roots if coefficients are rational. So any polynomial, be it quadratic, be it higher degree equation like power 4 here, if we have one irrational root as 3 plus root 5, so irrational roots are always conjugate. That means if one root is 3 plus root 5, the other root has to be 3 minus root 5. Other root has to be 3 minus root 5. If coefficients are rational, so yes, here all the coefficients are rational, like 8, 12 सब rational number है, सारे आपके integer free हैं, ऐसा roots free हैं, ठीक है. So all are integers here or are rational number, right? So one root is 3 plus root 5, other has to be 3 minus root 5. All of you got this right. That means basically we have got two roots here. So now we can come back to a normal solving, guys. So I can write here that x equal to 3 plus root 5 is one of the root of the equation, and x equal to 3 minus root 5 is the other root, right? So as it happens in quadratic, if you remember, so we did in quadratic also, right? If any quadratic equation is there, if x equal to alpha is the root, then x minus alpha is a factor. If x equal to beta is the root, that means x minus beta is a factor. Same way here also I can do. So x minus 3 minus root 5 is a factor, and bringing here, okay, and this side, so x minus 3 plus root 5 is also a factor. So the point is basically my main equation was x raised to 4 minus 30x square plus 12x plus 8, and this is I have factorized as x minus 3 minus root 5, है ना? So x minus 3 minus root 5 into x minus 3 plus root 5. Okay, so we have just x minus 3 plus root 5. If you observe here, so what I am getting right now, this is actually a minus b, this is actually a plus b, right? So a square minus b square form mein it will be coming here. Okay, so in a square b square minus form, what I can write is x minus 3 whole square minus 5, है ना? And this will be equal to how much? So x square plus 9 minus 6x minus 5 is x square minus 6x plus 4. So obviously, so what I've actually got is for this equation, and these two are factors, obviously it's a power 4 equation. So this equation will be this into this and plus obviously something, this also, there will be more factors here, right? We'll be getting more factors here, obviously, because this is a power 4 equation. So x into x will be only becoming x square. So obviously I need a degree 4 equation or something into this. So what I can do to find this something wala value, what I can do is I can simply divide x square minus 6x plus 4 ko I can divide with x square minus 30x square plus 12x plus 8 को कर सकते हैं, है ना? If I divide it, so देखो what I'll be getting here, तो I'll be getting is simply x square to x4 चाहिए, तो I'll be getting x square here, fine. तो x square into x square x4 minus 6x into x square yeah, so minus 6x into x square is minus 6x cube, okay, and then plus 4 into 4x square into plus 4x square, right? If you simply subtract this, so what I'll be getting, this gets cancelled, so it will be obviously 6x cube minus 30 and minus 4 is minus 34x square, and plus 12x will come, right? Then obviously to make it x square to 6x cube, I'll just multiply with 6x, no? X square into 6x becomes 6x cube, minus 6x into 6x will be equal to minus 36x square, okay, and minus 6x, plus 4 into 6x will be plus 24x, है ना? So 6x will be plus 24x, yeah. So now we can simply subtract it, guys. So what I'll be getting right now, so I'll be getting this gets cancelled and this becomes 2x square minus 12x, okay. So finally to make it equal to 2x square, I'll simply multiply by 2, okay. So I'll simply multiply by 2, so I'll be getting x square into 2 is 2x square, and minus 6x into 2 is minus 12x, okay, and then plus 4 into 2 will be plus 8, okay. So if I divide, oh sorry, I've forgotten plus 8 here, yeah. So 2x square minus 12x, this plus 8 will come down, okay. And now if I simply multiply by 2, this turns same, and if I subtract it, so all will get cancelled, okay. So ultimately what I got, so basically what I got, see what I got here, no? So we can write here now. So what we got actually, see, so my main equation was, no, my main equation was x raised to 4 minus 30x square plus 12x plus 8. And this we factorized it to basically, we got x square minus 6x plus 4 into, we got x square and we got as 6x plus 2. है ना, 6x plus 2 आया था after dividing it, right? So obviously I know that this equation already, if I solve the root for this equation, no, so obviously we cannot solve directly, so we need to basically find by formula. Okay, so what is the formula where you can apply this root here? X equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, है ना? So what is minus b here? Minus b is 6 plus minus, okay, under root b square minus 4ac, 36 minus 4 into 2 divided by 2a, that is 2. Now this will be coming as minus 6 plus minus root 28, the root, I think 8, yeah, root 28, right? So root 28 it will be coming. Now root 28 I can always write like, root 28 I can write like 4 into 7. So I'll write 4 into 7 and that 4 will come outside, okay? So that 4 will come outside to what I can write right now, okay? So 4 will come outside, 2 will come here, okay, and it's root 7 divided by 2 हो जाएगा. This will be equal to how much now? Minus 3 plus minus root 7. So obviously this quadratic equation has got two roots here, that is minus 3 plus minus 2 root 7. And this quadratic equation, it was given that one root was basically 3 plus root 5. Na? So in the question it was given that this root is 3 plus root 5. Then because both the roots are conjugate, so other root has to be 3 plus minus root 5. Okay, sorry, 3 minus root 5. Okay, so that's the funda, 3 minus root 5. Okay, so these are my roots here, yeah. So basically if I want to mark the options, this should be the answer for that question. 3 minus 3 plus minus 2 root 7. Okay, so I hope all of you got this. Sorry, 2 and 2 will get cancelled, I'm sorry. Okay, so minus 3 plus root 7 plus minus root 7. That is the answer for this question. Okay, chalo, great. Now we can move to the last question of this video, 10th question. Okay, so look at this 10th question, all of you. This question says that what is the total number of solution sets xy of the equation 5x square minus 4xy plus 2y square minus 3 equal to twice of x plus 2y such that both x and y are non-negative integers. Okay, so we've done this kind of question here. So basically we have done earlier this kind of question. We need to convert this kind of question into a perfect square, na? Obviously because I can see terms are here, 5x square hai, xy ka term hai, y square hai, y ka term hai, right? So basically I need to convert it to perfect square. So thing is, how should we convert this into a perfect square? देखो, तो 5x square cannot be the perfect square of any term. तो 5x square को I can split like 4x square plus x square. Now both are perfect square. तो 4x भी तुम्हारा क्या है? This is also 2x का whole square. This 4x square and x square is also perfect square, right? तो ये this we can do here. Okay. Now after this, we'll be writing minus 4xy, है ना? So minus 4xy is already there, okay, and this 2y square again is not a perfect square, okay? So again we split into y square and y square, okay, and minus 3 is equal to 2x plus basically 4y I can write, okay. So you can observe this guys, देखो, so basically यहाँ पे जो x square है, right, so and जो यहाँ पे 4x square है, so what I can do right now, ये जो 4x square है I can combine with this, so थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा, think over it guys. तो 4x square को I can combine with 4xy, है ना, and then ये 4x square and 4xy, okay, and then basically आपका ये xy का term बन जाएगा. So basically देखो, ये what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to convert this into this is like 4x हो गया ना, this like 2x का whole square and is like y का whole square. So basically this whole term can be converted into 2x minus y का whole square. This is what I'm trying to do. So 4x square 2x का square है and y square y का square है, middle में 4xy, so 2x minus y का whole square, right? Then what we have actually y square plus x square and you can see that we have x square here and we have 2x will come in this side. So I can also write here, no, I can write here this is like y square छोड़ दो अभी, ठीक है. Now this, think of this x square here right now. This x square can combine with 2x here, है ना, and we have also got minus 4y here, ठीक है, is equal to 0. So x square minus 2x can be written as what? X minus 1 का whole square, है ना. तो obviously x square minus 2x is x minus 1 का whole square. Converting this is important. So if I solve it, I'll be getting x square minus 2x plus 1. तो inside plus 1 है, तो outside minus 1 we need to do. Okay, so this is what we have sorted out this part. Now y square is left here. So if you see, now 1y square we have already used here, है ना. So 1y square तो we have already used here. Now 1y square is left. So this y square is left with us, and minus 4y is left with us, minus 3 is left with us. Okay, and this is obviously is equal to, right now I can all make it to 0. Okay, so the constant term here will be plus 1, so bahar minus 1 ho gaya, and now this term what I can do, this is equal to 0. Now this y square minus 4y can be written as, now 2x minus y whole square plus x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square. Okay, now for y minus 2 का whole square, inside we have done plus 4, तो outside need to do minus 4. तो outside क्या हो गया? Minus 4, minus 1 and minus 3. Okay, this is equal to 0. Okay, so once this is equal to 0, so that means I can write this whole equal to 8 na. So I can write this, basically this whole is equal to 8 here. तो हम लिख लेंगे this whole is equal to 8 here. Right. Once I write this equation, so now I need to think that I need to find the x and y solution set, both are non-negative integers. देखो, now how do you get this 8 actually? तो 8 कैसे आएगा? आपको पता है कि all are basically perfect square. So all are perfect square means all are greater than equal to 0. So all are perfect square greater than equal to 0. Right. So I need to see that sum of 3 perfect square is 8. So you can see that sum of 3 perfect square, right? The sum of 3 perfect squares is 8. So this statement says that the sum of 3 perfect squares is 8. If I write all the perfect square, like 0 square is 0, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, right? So 2 square is 4 and 3 square is 9. Okay, like this, 4 square 16, like this, right? So sum of 3 perfect square is 8. How it is possible? So it is only possible when any 2 are 4 and 1 is 0. Correct, na? This 8 is only possible like 4 plus 0 kind of case is possible. Okay, sum of 3 perfect square 8 है. सोचो, can it be 014? No, it cannot be. Can it be 149? It cannot be. Can it be 001? No, it cannot be, right? So how do you get 3 perfect square का sum as 8? So only possibility is 4, 4 and 0. Okay, but obviously this 4 and 0 can shuffle here. ठीक है, ये shuffle कर सकता है आपस में. I don't know. So I need to make cases for it, right? So basically I'm making 3 cases for it here. Okay, so my case 1 goes like this. The case 1 is, okay, case 1. When 2x minus whole y ka any one number has to be 0 here, right? So let's say in the first case I'll put here 2x minus y ka whole square is 0. Okay, so in that case if I put that, I'll be getting y is equal to 2x. Okay, and y equal to 2x I got. So now this whole term will be what? This whole term left is actually 8. So I can get x minus whole ka 1 ka whole square plus y minus 2 ka whole square, and this is equal to 8 because obviously this is equal to 0 we have got now. Now y equal to 2x I can replace here, or I got y 2x. So y ko 2x I can replace right now. So what I'm getting? I'll be getting x minus 1 ka whole square plus 2x minus 2 ka whole square will be equal to 8. Okay. Right. So basically I got here, I can just break this quadratic equation now. So x square plus 1 minus 2x plus 4x square plus 4 minus 8x is equal to 8. What I got here? 5x square, x square plus 4 is 5x square minus 10x, and I think it should be 1 and 4 minus 3 equal to 0. Okay. So if I solve, I cannot factorize this. 5 into 3 is 15. If 5 into 3 is 15, I cannot factorize this equation. I cannot factorize that, right? That means I am finding non-negative integers value of x. So if I cannot factorize it, integer तो मिलेगा नहीं. If I go in that formula, वो minus b plus minus root b square आ जाएगा. तो minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac आ जाएगा. ठीक है. सो ये तो ऐसे भी नहीं चाहिए. आई डोंट वांट रूट, राइट? बेसिकली आई वांट इंटीजर वैल्यू. तो बोलोगे कि दिस ऐसे भी लगाने का फायदा नहीं है, दिस नो यूज, राइट? सो बेसिकली बोलोगे इन दिस केस वी वोंट फाइंड एनी इंटीजर वैल्यू. तो मुझे यहाँ पे कोई इंटीजर वैल्यू नहीं मिलेगा. फाइन, लेट्स मूव टू केस 2. केस 2 में क्या करते हैं? विल ट्राई टू पुट द अदर वैल्यू एज 0. व्हाट इज द अदर वैल्यू हियर? तो अदर वैल्यू इज x माइनस 1 का होल स्क्वायर 0 करते हैं. इन द फर्स्ट केस व्हाट आई डिड, इसको 0 किया था, है ना? हियर नाउ x माइनस 1 का होल स्क्वायर का मेक इट 0. तो x माइनस 1 का होल स्क्वायर बेसिकली क्या हुआ आपका? तो x माइनस 1 का होल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 0. सो आई कैन से दैट x विल बी इक्वल टू ओनली 1. अब अगर x इक्वल टू 1 है, सो इन दिस इक्वेशन वाइट कैन पुट 2 माइनस वाई का होल स्क्वायर प्लस x इक्वल टू 1, ये 0 हो गया, एंड y माइनस 2 का होल स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 8. ठीक है. तो इफ आई सॉल्व इट, देखो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? 2 का स्क्वायर इज 4 प्लस वाई स्क्वायर माइनस 4y प्लस वाई स्क्वायर प्लस 4 माइनस 4y इज इक्वल टू 8. ठीक है. सो नाउ आई कैन राइट हियर गाइस, y स्क्वायर प्लस वाई स्क्वायर इज 2y स्क्वायर, 2 स्क्वायर वाई स्क्वायर माइनस 8y प्लस 8 इज इक्वल टू 8, है ना? अब देखो इसके बाद यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? व्हाट आई कैन राइट फर्दर नाउ? 2y square minus 8y plus 8 is equal to 8. That means 2y square minus 8y equal to 0. So obviously, I'll be getting 2y square minus 8y is equal to 0. Divide by 2 both side. I'll be getting y square minus 4y is 0. Take y common. Y into y minus 4 is 0. So I'll be getting two values of y here. So two values of y will be basically y will be 0 and y will be 4. So 0 and 4 are the two values here. So that means with 1 I can form two solutions now. So in this case 2 I can form two solutions, 1 0 and with 1 y x and x comma y here. So with 1 0 and with 2 I can form 4. So two solutions I've got here. Okay. Then I got to move to case 3 where I'll third put y minus 2 ka whole square as 0. So let's move to case 3 right now. Okay. So my case 3 says that y minus 2 ka whole square I'm putting as 0. Therefore y will be equal to 2. Okay, so in that case 2x minus 2 का whole square plus 2x minus 2 का whole square plus x minus 1 का whole square will be equal to 8, है ना? You can just solve it here. So we just solved it actually in the first case also. So I got after solving 5x square minus 10x minus 3 equal to 0. Same as first case. So basically it cannot be factorized, so no integer values here. Okay. So in case 1 I got no integer values. ठीक है. In case 2 I got two solutions. In case 3 again no integer values, right? So total क्या हो गया? Total 2 is the answer for this 10th question here. Okay. So hope you learned something, guys. Okay. So lot of questions, we did 10 questions here and it involved different concepts. Okay. So from reducing power to लेके profit squares तक का conversion. So I hope you'll be able to solve such kind of questions. When you face such questions in mocks or sectionals, you will be able to replicate this concept there, right? So revise it and practice it, guys. Thank you.